Welcome to the Anxiety Doesn't Own Me podcast. My name is Emmanuel Isaacson. I'm an anxiety coach who helps people to overcome and heal their anxiety naturally. On today's episode, what I want to talk about is inflammation and how it plays a role in anxiety. There are two different types of inflammation that we have. One of them being acute inflammation and one of them is being chronic inflammation. Now, an acute inflammation is basically whenever we get injured, right? Whenever there is bacteria in our cells, just to give you a few examples, that it sends out a signal that, hey, we have something over here, we need to take care of it, so it protects us from the danger. You understand? From that pathogen, whatever it is. Now, with chronic inflammation, which is bad inflammation, is from stress. It comes from stress, from different types of food that we eat, like saturated fats, drinking alcohol, smoking, just to give you guys a few examples of where it actually comes from, which can affect our body, which in return affects our anxiety. Now, there is something called neuroinflammation, which is in our brain and our spinal cord, that if they get inflamed can make us feel more anxious. And even more than anxiety, they have found studies that it actually makes you feel depressed. So inflammation is a big thing within us. Again, there is good inflammation, but there's also the bad side of inflammation. And with inflammation, whenever it gets bad, it can cause a lot of issues. It can cause heightened of anxiety, it can cause depression, and it can cause, if it's like for such a long time, it can cause different types of diseases. And I don't want to say it over here because I don't want you guys to be worried about it. But of course, I want you guys to be aware of it because I don't want you to continue in this kind of way. And I've realized is that, like I said in the beginning of this episode, that whenever you're able to change your diet, it does definitely help. But overall, when we have chronic, and besides the food that we eat, right, when we have chronic, it can come from stress. And with people with anxiety, we have a lot of stress. We're on stress 24/7. That's why we have anxiety. We're not able to calm down. And that's creating more inflammation, which is creating more anxiety. So a lot of our inflammation is not even only coming from our diet, but also coming from our stress. And we need to know how to handle our stress in order for us not to have inflammation in our body. So that way we can start feeling better. So we can do things like eating healthier, exercising, not drinking alcohol, taking Calmly, which is a CBD that helps reduce inflammation. On top of that, it also helps with unblocking your CB1 receptors, which can, when they're blocked, can increase your anxiety and can cause a panic attack and anxiety attack. So we want to do certain things in order for us to help so that we can take away the inflammation, because inflammation in the body is, again, it can be a good thing with certain things, like when we have an injury or we have a certain bacteria that can help us to deal with a certain situation. But whenever it gets chronic, whenever it's a chronic inflammation, it's not healthy for us in dealing with, and it's not going to help us with our anxiety. And if we're dealing with depression, it's not going to help us that with as well. And they did studies on this to show how people would be, how they act whenever they have inflammation. And what they saw is that people with inflammation, they do have anxiety and as well depression. So when they want to take away the inflammation, it has a very strong connection to it. So it does help to reduce the inflammation, take it off, so that we can definitely feel much better. They did this report on Medical News Today that they showed this research of what they did in seeing how inflammation has such a big role in anxiety and depression. And they saw that it actually does have that. If you guys don't mind if I offer you something next few minutes that's going to help you with your inflammation, and not only with your inflammation, but anxiety in general, would you be interested in something like that can help you out? I'm assuming most of us would be, because I know I would. I talk about this in the middle of the episode about Calmly, which is a CBD that has multiple benefits. And I'll explain to you the benefits and how it actually can help you with your anxiety. Number one thing is over here that it has anti-inflammatory properties, which can help reduce inflammation, which can help you reduce your anxiety and your depression. On top of that, the Calmly can help you unblock your CB1 receptors. because whenever our CB1 receptors are blocked, they can trigger a panic attack or even anxiety attack. So we want them to be unblocked so that we can stop experiencing panic attacks and anxiety attack. As well, it helps you to calm down, which will reduce your stress level, which will reduce your inflammation. It doesn't make you feel drowsy or sleepy, so you can definitely go out and do things and drive and go to work, whatever it is, because it doesn't make you feel drowsy. And as well, the amazing part about this, it's not addictive. It has no side effects, no withdrawals. So you can literally use it as much as you want, whenever you want. Unlike certain medications, which do have side effects and withdrawals, like for name one of them, like it can be increase of anxiety, this, the Calmly, doesn't have that whatsoever. So you can literally use it whenever you want without worrying about, am I going to increase my anxiety? And I know what you're probably thinking, that, hey, it's a psychedelic, it's going to get you high. And I'm just letting you know, with Calmly, it has next to none THC, which is a key component in getting you high, meaning that if it's a high THC content, is what makes you feel that high sensation. But with Calmly CBD, it has next to none THC. And the best part is that it has antioxidants, which is so healthy for you and has been shown to help reduce diseases like heart disease and as well cancer. So this thing can benefit you not only with your inflammation, not only with your anxiety, reducing your anxiety and stopping your panic attacks and the anxiety attacks, and help you with feeling much calmer, which reduces your stress, which reduces your inflammation. It also has antioxidants, which will help you to prevent diseases like heart disease and as well cancer. You can place your order today by clicking on the link in the description where it says Calmly CBD. You want to click on the link and place your order today. And right now, it is buy one, get one free, and plus free shipping. The only thing is that unfortunately, I can only ship it within the US because of regulations. But take advantage right now of this sale of buying one, getting one free. Click on the link below where it says Calmly CBD to check out this offer. It's a limited time and you want to take advantage of it so that it can help you with your anxiety. If you did like this episode, please click the like button and leave a 5-star review. The reason why I ask is because this way we're able to reach more people, and the more people that we can actually reach, the more people that we can actually help. Because my mission in this world, my purpose, is to help people to overcome and heal their anxiety naturally and show them that it's possible to overcome. Thank you guys. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.